Hey, it's Drybear. We're past the holidays, the TFD devs are back in the office, and so there's some news to talk about and some new upcoming things this week and next week to be excited about. But before we dive in, let's talk about the available rewards in-game right now and something that's going away soon if you haven't already taken advantage of it. There are two in-game events, one that's been going since the holidays that you want to make sure you finish. There are 9 days left on the Winter Festival. All you have to do is get 14 days sequentially. I wish I actually did this when there's 14 days left to make sure people got the note, but I hope that everyone has been logging in at least some amount. But if you haven't finished the Winter Festival, you definitely want to log in 14 times. It doesn't have to be consecutive, but just get to the end here and finish. You get a copy of Greg's Reverse Fate and Enduring Legacy, two of the best weapons in the game right now. You get some other cosmetics and some things like that, some things for your fellow, but most importantly, at the very end, you get a surprise gift, and then 10 gold coins, which you can spend to unlock either Ultimate Bunny materials, or I would highly recommend just getting the 2 Sharon skins. So like the Cadet and the Maid skins for Sharon. It's 2 free premium skins as long as you log in for 14 days consecutively to get that done. That is going to be a huge one. Now, to spend the login bonuses and those coins that you're getting, you want to go to Ines, which is your research master. She's going to have these exchange shops that you want to blow through. Basically, you have like 65 days left to spend these coins. I've already spent all of them just to get the things that I want, but you can get Descendant tokens from these, and then also can turn it into gold or Kuiper if you want. And this is where you'll spend the gold coins to either get the Ultimate Bunny materials or the 2 Sharon skins. And again, I recommend the Sharon skins. You can farm Ultimate Bunny in anywhere from 3 to 8 days, depending on how aggressive you are about it, and then you can just get it for free just by playing the dang game. These are not available unless you buy them or get them from this here, which I think is a big win for you if you want to grab those. If you want to use these Descendant tokens, you just have to go to where you purchase the Descendant, and when you go to purchase it, you'll be able to use the token to get the Descendant as well. Though, again, I would recommend just getting one of these unless you're a brand new player just looking for a Descendant that might be cool to complete the campaign with. Then the other option is the Growth Shop. This is where you'll spend the purple coins and you'll get a bunch of these. I would highly recommend buying out all of the energy activators and catalysts from this. This is how you get more capacity for your characters and weapons. Super important. And then grab whatever weapons you might need, as well as boosters, gold, and I would get the advanced shape stabilizers, as these are kind of a controlled substance. These don't come from just anywhere. It's either going to be from ETA or from Ines or some various events that you'll be able to get these, and these are actually pretty good, much better than the regular stabilizers that you'll find in game. And if you're curious, these are the Sharon skins you'll be able to get for free. There is the Cadet one here, and then of course there is the Maid one as well. Both these are free. You can customize them, you can paint them as much as you like or change up the way they look, but they are just going to be part of that free experience for logging in for 14 days. Time is also running out to grab the holiday calendar login event. This is a web event. I'll leave a link for it down below in the comments and the description. There are 30 days here. You want to make sure you claim all of these. There's a bunch of really good valuable items in here, boosters, crafting items for the most important items in the game, Kuiper, gold, and some code breakers, code analyzers to make sure that you can get some good value out of the vaults. You want to make sure you get all of these. It's just 30 days here to get that done. And on top of that, you'll be able to log in once you log in game, you'll get credit for logging in on the website, and you'll have to come here and hit the claim button to get that done. Then there's also a co-op goals event as well. And this one, you want to basically do your own version, which is on the left side, your personal goals, claim that. And then there's a week-long event for the community to complete. Get that done. You'll get some Ultimate Weapon and material tickets and finish it. This one runs until the 15th. So this is week 5. Get that one done. And there's going to be a week 6 next week, and then it's over. So this is another one of the events you don't want to miss out on. It's a ton of free giveaway stuff that you can pick up right now. Next is the other event that just started a couple days ago. If you go into your in-game and go over to events here, you'll find that there's also the Albion New Year's celebration. There are 9 days left on this one, and I would recommend doing this every single day because these are some very valuable dailies. These are available every single day. They'll reset in the morning, and you'll be able to do them again. You can get 7 Heaven Ion collectors, 1,000,000 gold, 100,000 Kuiper shards, 6 of the decryption keys for the Void Vessels to open chests to level up your fellow or to unlock unlock your fellow and level up your fellow, which is very important. And then you can also get 100 ion accelerators, precise ion accelerators, and quantum incubators. Now, to do this efficiently, my highest recommendation for this is to do it as simply as you possibly can. You can't avoid doing the Void Vessel as is, so I would just do the Void Vessel mission on hard, complete it, get your drops at the end, open your chest, and get your extra decryption keys for that. However, for these 3, there's a very easy way to do it. The first one is going to be for training, where it just says clear missions. My recommendation is just to do the invasions from season 1, which if you hadn't done done those, you just need to come over to the dungeons, the infiltration operations terminal here at Albion, open this up, go to hard. Every day, even in season 2, there are going to be these invasions that are available. Just go to the invasion place, click on the invasion that's there, and you'll be able to complete it. I've already done these for the day, but one of these will have like a little V icon on it. Complete that, do 2 of them each. You'll get 5 million gold for that. Even if you don't complete it with a reasonable time, it doesn't matter, especially if you already have Haley, it really doesn't matter. But you'll get 5 million gold for doing these, and doing these 4 will also complete the event for you, which is the New Year celebration. So you'll get 6 million gold, 100,000 Kuiper, whatever materials and items that you got from that. And it, you know, if you have a good setup build, like with my bunny right now, doing the 4 invasions takes like 8 to 10 minutes in the morning. It's very easy to complete from that standpoint. Next is clear intercept battle. You just have to do 2 Void Colossus. It doesn't matter which ones you do. So my recommendation for that, depending on where you are in the game, just open the world map, go to normal, go to Gravewalker, and just kill Gravewalker twice. It takes, again, like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. It's very fast. If you also run with some of these operations, like I run, where does this come from? This is the defense mission, so I was leveling up some weapons the other day. I have a bunch of these laying around, so I just run Gravewalker, open 2 amorphs, hopefully try to get some crystallization catalysts, but then that finishes, and it gives you these ion accelerators, which are very, very important. These allow you to craft out the ultimate Sharon and the hammer and anvil. I already have 5 out of 5 on my hammer and anvil and my ultimate Sharon, so I don't need these yet, but it's very possible they will require these for crafting Ines, which is coming out soon. Next is the reactor enhancement, and there's a couple different ways to approach this, but let's talk about what the most efficient way is to do this. Reactor enhancement is leveling up a reactor, and you could do this if you find yourself like a good reactor. Like if you get a reactor that you like, save it for the upgrades every single day. Just upgrade 1 by 1 until you're actually fully maxed out and you're feeling good about it. Just go like 1, wait a day, 1, wait a day, and just level it up that way. Or if you find other like double golds or valuable reactors that you would like to level up that you think could be good or useful for a specific build or something, you can certainly run with those in a specific setup or something like that. However, there's an even easier way depending on what you want to do. If you're already trying to level up a reactor, you can just do this every day, but you can also find reactors by going to normal mode, or even easier if you only care about the rewards, is you can come to one of the most underutilized, undervalued, useless vendors in the entire game that sells you useless gear. However, in this case, what we want specifically is useless gear. So we're going to come to Deslan here. I don't think I've ever used this guy for anything in the game because he sells like the worst equipment ever. But in this case, all we're going to do is we're going to go to Deslan and we're going to buy a very low level 1 blue reactor for 1,000 gold. So we come to him and we say, hey, useless vendor guy, give me your useless gear. And we're going to pick this up. We can go over to this and we can go over to the enhanced reactor setup. We can go to that useless reactor that we just bought. It's going to cost 1 ion accelerator. 1. The quest gives you, I think, 100 of these. And you're going to enhance it for very, very little. That's going to complete the quest for you. Now, all of a sudden, we just finished this. And for 1 ion accelerator and 1,000 gold, we just got 20 quantum incubators, 20 precise ion accelerators, and 100 or 99 net ion accelerators. Very easy to do, very easy to clean, and then you just want to do your Void Vessel mission. Moving on to what's coming next. So we know, at least from what they talked about before the holiday, that January 15, 16 is what they were targeting for the halfway point for Season 1, the second update for that. So in this update, hopefully next week, is going to be Void Erosion Control. This is a scaling difficulty tower. 30 stages you go through, so it's like a challenge mode, and you can go 30 stages up. And every stage you go up gets harder and harder, and they talked about adding in difficulty modifiers and more of like a roguelike environment where you're constantly being challenged over and over, and your builds will be tested as well. So Void Erosion Control is coming in the next update, along with a leaderboard for Void Erosion Control specifically. So if you really want to start, pushing the game hard, or you've been waiting for an opportunity to show off your builds, this is a great chance for it, and it should have a leaderboard along with that as well. On top of that, they are doing a Descendant rework for some of the more underutilized or clunky characters. And I know some of these might be controversial. We know Luna is going to get a rework. I know there are a lot of people that like Luna. I like Luna as well, but I think there's a big question of whether or not her being able to use a gun during her songs is actually a good thing or a bad thing, because she's so dependent on slow firing her weapon. It makes it so like a lot of her weapon usage gets really awkward. There are definitely some really good, group side builds, like support builds for Luna. There's some great, like AoE clearing builds for Luna, especially with her new mods. But in general, there's definitely some question of like, is her kit implemented the best? And she is on the slate for a rework in this next update. Same thing goes for Jaber as well, just reworking him because he's just always been bad and underutilized in a lot of ways. Honestly, they could fix it a billion different ways, so I can't wait to see what they decide to go with on that front. And they also said they're going to be reworking characters like Viessa and Valby, and they said it's not going to be as extensive of a rework as Luna or Jaber, but I have very serious questions about what they're going to do to Viessa or Valby. They already buffed Viessa in the opening update of Season 2, which I think had a great impact on her, but in general, I'm very curious to see what they mean by rework for Viessa and Valby. It might be that maybe Valby just becomes more usable, like maybe her water spreads on vertical areas, maybe she can travel easier. I don't know. We'll have to see what that actually means for them. And of course, they did mention that there's going to be Lunar New Year skins, which they did show off in a previous update. They showed the concept of these Lunar New Year skins already, as far as like the very early concept of these, and we'll probably see these showing up in game next week. They also mentioned there's going to be some like Valentine skins next month as well. So some new content coming hopefully next week, lining up with this idea. Additionally, the new Descendant is coming out next week as well with the next update, Ines Raya, which they showed off a little bit. She will be an electric Descendant. They showed off a little bit of her abilities as well. It seems she creates these kind of floating conduits that she can use to spread all over. There's a crazy amount of visual effects going on with her as well, and there's a lot of people that are really excited about her gameplay and the way her perspective is, and also just having another electric Descendant. She is rumored to be, just like Bunny, another electric farming Descendant, and you would have to reckon that if we already have Fusion to Dimension for Sharon, and we have Fusion and Singular for Bunny, that she would be at least tech and one of the other ones, but hopefully tech. And you imagine if she's deploying these tech devices, she's probably going to be a tech electric with another ability type on top of it. Additionally, we're going to get a new Void Abyss boss on top of the Infernal Walker, the Defiler, which is going to be using the normal Devourer model, just like the Infernal Walker uses the Walker model. I'm not really sure what Defiler is going to be. I thought he was going to be toxic, but Devourer is toxic and Gluttony is chill, and we are still got fire from Infernal, so I'm wondering if Defiler is going to be electric. If that makes sense, they might just make him toxic again, and we'll just run Ultimate Sharon or Ines to take him out. But that is going to be an addition to that as well, and also the skins that come along with that, just like the Infernal Walker skins will be out. There's a new Weapon Core Unleash, which is a way to, you know, how they extended the enhancements and modifications for reactors. Weapon Core Unleash is the same thing, but for weapons to make them even stronger, and new modules coming along with that update as well. And if you're looking for the skins, we already have these in game on the right side, the Squid Games and the Snow Hunter, and then we've got the Infernal Walker, and this is going to be the Gluttony setup as well, or the Defiler setup for the new boss on the Abyss in the middle here. So we're going to be able to get these skins for the tickets from the Abyss clears on that, so looking forward to that. But let me know what you're most excited about, if it's Ines, if it's the reworks on some characters, or just generally having new content for the game down below. If you found value in today's video, leave a like down below, leave a comment for the algorithm to help this video get seen by more people, and don't forget to check out my other channels for other content and other stuff and other things.